What's going on, everybody? Today we are talking about Cardano ADA, a really exciting cryptocurrency. And as we continue to move forward in 2018, it's definitely really interesting to see the way that Cardano has actually been positioning itself as things continue to move forward. However, first of all, I'd just like to say I actually do have an Instagram account now. So if you guys are interested, I will actually be including a link to my Instagram as the first link in the description. So if you guys are interested in connecting with me on Instagram, that's how you can do it. So today we will actually be talking about the possibilities that are in store and potentially even a Cardano ADA breakout in value. We've been sort of stuck in the 16-cent range for quite some time now and sort of moving sideways in regards to Cardano. The great days of seeing Cardano at all-time highs were certainly around January of 2018. But one of the more interesting things that I'd have to say regarding Cardano is the fact that it's actually had so much activity going on regarding the technology and the developments in such a short amount of time. I think people have definitely gotten their expectations beyond where things happen relatively slowly in cryptocurrency. Obviously, things can happen in the blink of an eye as well. However, it is interesting to see that you do need to give these various technologies as they continue to advance, they need time to grow. And I think Cardano, when I look at this list of the top 10 cryptos, I would say that Cardano is definitely one of those technologies that's attempting to do everything, definitely positioning itself in a way that will be interesting as we continue to see these various variables coming into alignment in regards to the deals being struck by Cardano. And significantly, I would like to pay attention to the team that's working behind the Cardano project. Certainly a lot of interesting workers really working in a direction to establish Cardano in a way that's really unprecedented when you consider basically Bitcoin was the first generation of cryptocurrency. Nobody's denying that. Bitcoin can basically be called the digital gold, and then Ethereum is sort of that second generation of cryptocurrencies with the smart contracts and so forth, definitely moving things forward into that next sort of paradigm. And then we have Cardano, basically taking everything that we've seen happening before and all the possibilities that are in store for a cryptocurrency and taking us into that next generation as things will continue to develop. And I think in the world of tomorrow, when you consider the way that things are sort of shaping out to be looking, Cardano is definitely one of those technologies that has the potential to really be a key significant player as we continue to move forward. And regarding the various news that's been circulating regarding Cardano, I mean, Crypto Gazette saying that Cardano is a great future just around the corner. Definitely an interesting, thought-provoking article. A lot of people talking about similar line of dialogue, and certainly a lot of these different news articles you'll want to take with a grain of salt, but I certainly do see these news articles as being an interesting indicator of what the public is thinking when it comes to these technologies. And certainly that's not everything, but it is a key significant variable when looking at this technology. Looking at Cardano's Twitter, we have a lot of new developments. I mean, I would recommend that everybody go and follow Cardano on their official Twitter. Because even if you don't use Twitter, it's definitely a really essential resource in regards to the cryptocurrency community and following these technologies. And it is awesome to have this resource. So yeah, even if you don't have a Twitter, definitely go out there and make one because I found it very useful in regards to staying educated, because in the world of cryptocurrency, knowledge is certainly power. And while you're on Twitter, make sure that you follow me at my Twitter, that's at CryptoTuber, and I'm always interested in seeing the community growing and getting more people on board with various different social media websites, and I'm definitely interested in connecting with you guys using Twitter and so forth. So I'll be including a link to my Twitter in the description as well, as well as a link to my Instagram. So if you guys are interested in connecting, I'm always interested in hearing the different perspectives that you guys have to offer. However, yeah, looking into the future of Cardano, it's definitely one of those technologies on this list that has a key significant future application that's going to be used in the real world. And that's basically along the lines of the fact that it is basically positioning itself in such an interesting way. I would definitely recommend people to do more research regarding Cardano and definitely get an understanding of where this technology is actually coming from. My analysis of Cardano was fundamentally data driven. I've definitely done a ton of research regarding all different cryptocurrencies. And when I look at this list of cryptos, what I always think to myself is, what are these cryptocurrencies doing that's going to have a physical, like real life application that's going to change the way that people have their preconceptions about. And basically, when it comes to Cardano, I see it as basically taking the old paradigm of the way that people were getting used to operating and so forth, and basically taking us into the next generation and using a lot of those technologies that are already available to people in their everyday lives, and really expanding upon it and making things a little bit easier, but as well as becoming easier, it definitely makes it more advanced, which is two significant real variables that are coming into the future as cryptocurrency continues to develop. And I'm certainly interested in seeing where Cardano is ready to go from the position that it's currently established, and from where we can be expecting Cardano to be expanding itself in regards to the future, in regards to the totality of the measurements that are available. I could see Cardano as probably being a top 5 cryptocurrency within the certain amount of time frame, as we look at the developments that are happening within the spectrum of the technology, and a lot of the different potential that's in store for it. My price prediction would be somewhere between the $5 to $6 range, and a lot of people have talked about the possibility of a $5 Cardano before, and certainly with the current market that we're experiencing right now, with Bitcoin at the $7,000 mark, with all these different with the total market cap being where it is at 275 billion, things are certainly moving a little bit slower than most of us would like to see things moving. However, it is interesting to see these developments happening nonetheless, considering the fact that there is so much physical real world applications that are in need of this sort of cryptocurrency revolution. And crypto is definitely a revolution. Don't get me wrong. I believe pretty much 100% at this point that cryptocurrency will eventually overtake cash, and will basically, because it's like back in the day when everybody was using a newspaper. People are just accustomed to, they're creatures of habit and so forth. So when it comes to introducing clearly superior technology like Cardano, it definitely is a step-by-step process, and it's a global thing. So as a global community, we're basically all coming together, and it's going to take everybody's lives a little bit of time to basically get used to the applications and so forth. But remember, you guys, I'm not a financial advisor. Obviously, this is not financial advice. This video is for entertainment, educational purposes only. I'm not your dad. Basically, I only make these videos just for the sole purpose of sharing my opinion regarding Cardano and the potential that's in store for ADA. But all that being said, I'd also recommend that you guys go and find information at all different resources, which is why I'd recommend following them on their Twitter is definitely an important resource. But also, I'll actually be including a link to this great YouTube video by Phantom Strategies, and I'll be including a link to this video in the description. And he talks about the possibility of a Cardano breakout that could be in the works. So yeah, definitely go and check check out this content creator right here. You know, 0 dislikes on this video. That definitely says a lot. And I think that the possibility of Cardano seeing a significant breakout in value is within it's definitely reasonable to suggest that we could be seeing Cardano expanding itself in value, establishing and taking into consideration the fact that it is attempting to do so many different things. Of course, it is also interesting to understand that crypto is definitely a very competitive space, and every single cryptocurrency wants to be the next Bitcoin. Let's be honest, they all want that #1 position. And when it comes to Cardano, I think that they're most in the works. Is they definitely do have the right mentality when it comes to these things. And I think that as we continue to see things develop, the potential for Cardano to be exerting itself and establishing its well-being as a top 5 position is definitely within the realm of possibility, considering the fact that it is doing so many different interesting things. I mean, the technology really does speak for itself, and I'm interested in seeing the various developments that will be implemented along the way. But all that being said, you guys, I just wanted to thank everybody for helping build this community on this channel as far as we've come. We've recently reached 15,283 subscribers, so it's definitely really awesome to see how everybody has basically grown as a community, and I'm always interested in reading the comments that you guys leave. I find it really interesting, and in the world of cryptocurrency especially, knowledge is definitely power. So I just like to thank everybody for coming on board, and if you're not subscribed to the channel already, make sure that you do so that you can be updated and when we have live streams and so forth like that. But yeah, as far as Cardano goes, I think we'll see a lot of people talking about it in the future. I mean, currently as things stand, there's people on both ends of the fence. There's people who talk about how much they hate Cardano, and then there's people who talk about how much they love Cardano. And I think I'm happy where I am currently positioned. I'm definitely excited about where this technology is going to be headed in the future, and it's definitely worth my attention to be looking at this technology in the current circumstances. And I think once we see, I mean, currently my opinion would be that we are currently experiencing sort of a healthy correction, and I think once the things start get oiled up again and the crypto market starts booming, I think that Cardano will definitely be on a lot of people's lists of technologies to pay attention to. So yeah, I definitely find it difficult to ignore Cardano from an investing perspective, and seeing it moving forward into the next stage, the next quarter of 2018, I think we could be seeing some really interesting developments along that framework and design. So looking at the different news articles regarding it, I mean, certainly I do find them interesting, but at the same time, I do take all these different news articles with a grain of salt, because certainly these any news article provider is just trying to get clicks, just trying to get ad revenue and so forth. So definitely something to be taken into consideration on that account. But as far as Cardano goes, I think that they're the real deal, and I would say that they definitely do have some potential in store for them as things continue to move forward. So all that being said, you guys, make sure that you subscribe to the channel with post notifications turned on, and I will see you guys in the next video. I hope that this has provided some sort of value for you. I will see you all in the next piece of content. Have a good one.